Good evening, folks. Welcome along. Thank you for coming. This is going to be the first of, hopefully, a series of kind of Final Fantasy XIV for beginners. So, I was really aware that I've been playing it on stream. I play it a lot. That would also be fair to say, in general, as a game. And that there were people who've been watching, who've not been understanding what's been going on, you know, kind of want to understand more, to help them follow what's going on when I'm playing it on stream. Also, there are people who maybe, you know, have been considering whether Final Fantasy XIV is something they might want to give a try. And kind of diving in with content that's endgame content or higher level content, you know, it's kind of quite an overwhelming way to get used to it. So, hopefully the plan of this series is we're going to choose a job. We're going to go all the way back to level 1. Start that job right back at level 1. And I'm going to take the time to explain things, and we're kind of gradually going to build things up. Also to give you an idea of how, you know, this doesn't have to be a really overwhelming experience. It looks really overwhelming, but it takes you there really slowly, gradually build things up. Hey Ansem, great to have you with us. Welcome. I'm just going to change mice. I thought I'd start by explaining a little bit about the UI, because that's probably going to be a good place to start. I've also, ready for the stream, Final Fantasy XIV is really massively customizable. So ready for the stream, I have set up an alternate version of my UI that basically makes stuff bigger, because I realise, you know, for you watching in a frame, you're maybe, you know, finding it harder to see things. I'm really good, Ansem. I hope you're really good too. Do tell me how you are. Everyone's happy. You know, happy for everyone to interact with me in chat. Hey Hutch, make stuff bigger. I'm interested. Of course you're interested. I thought making the UI bigger for everyone, if you're watching in a frame, would be helpful. So the first thing I'll kind of point out UI-wise is the stuff that's down here. So this is my cross hotbar. So Final Fantasy XIV is all based around hotbars. It can be played with mouse and keyboard, or we can play it with a controller. So I use a DualShock because I started playing it on PlayStation. So I got used to a DualShock. So that's why I have one that, as you can see, it says L2, R2. It's laid out like a controller for me to help me understand what I can get to. And if I hold down L2, I can see all of the abilities I can do either with the directional buttons or with the face buttons. So essentially, these are my abilities that I have at my disposal. I also have, this is where maybe it starts to get a bit overwhelming as well when you're watching. If I tap L2 twice, that gives me yet more abilities that I've put on that hotbar. If I tap R2 twice, ditto. If I go L2 and then R2, or R2 and then L2, I've got even more. So I've got masses of space for my abilities. As I say, it can also be played with a keyboard and mouse. I really recommend having a keyboard, even if you're playing on a PlayStation, because when you're in dungeons and stuff, there's a nice text chat box here, and if you have an actual keyboard that you can use to type stuff, it makes it so much easier. Am I having a peaceful Sunday? I've been having a really peaceful Sunday. It's been really relaxed and chilled. Just what I need. Haven't been sleeping brilliantly of late, so it's nice to have a really chilled Sunday. Hopefully get a good night's sleep after this. So that's the hotbar stuff. You can also see we've got, along the bottom, we've got an experience bar. I've got health point, hit points, magic points. What else? Here, these are all of the quests that I've got that I've collected. Not all of them, it's just 5 of them. You can have up to 30 open quests at a time, but these are the ones that kind of prioritise me to see. Got a mini-map. Those are probably the key things for us to start with. So when you start Final Fantasy XIV, depending on which class you choose to start with, you start in one of 3 places. I've literally not until I've come on stream decided which we're going to do. I might still ask you. So we've got 2 options. We could start as a Lancer, which is going to become a Dragoon. So a Lancer, as the name suggests, uses a lance to fight. Or the other one that I'm kind of interested in is a Pugilist. which then becomes a monk. So that's all about hand-to-hand combat. So what do we think? Do we fancy the Lancer or the Pugilist? And I can take us to where we're going to go and pick it up. Anyone in chat. First person to say gets to choose. Ooh, I'm looking at the chat to see if one of you is going to pop in and say something. I'm sorry I'm having the opposite kind of Sunday to the one you're having, Hutch. That sounds frustrating. Ask again, you didn't hear. So 2 options. We can be a Lancer. So we go and fight with a lance. Or we could be a Pugilist. So that's hand-to-hand combat. So fists. And I can't decide between the 2. The second, okay, we're going to go and be a Pugilist. So in that case, we like it, Raph. Okay. So in that case, we're going to go to a city called Uldar. I'm just going to teleport us over there, because that's where I'm going to pick that up. So which class you choose in the beginning of the turn? Which of the 3 cities you start in? So I'm going to just take us over to Uldar, and we'll go and pick this job up. And go back to being a level 1 Pugilist. And the reason I've given you those... You don't have to tone down the lewdness a bit, that's fine. I was mostly just looking at my husband because he was smirking as he heard me say it. He was finding it amusing. Also have wines, it's all good. You abandoned Andre for this. Oh, bless you. That's really sweet. You're missing out on Dream Daddy. So, we're going to go and become a level 1. Pugilist. If I can find out where the Pugilist Guild is, that would really help us. It's over here, fine. Actually really close. So we just walk over there. Hey, Sonic Phantom. Great to have you join us. We've just decided we're going to go and pick up Pugilist. So that's what I'm going to work on. And you've also dismissed me talking about UI, which is not the most exciting thing in the world, and something that hopefully you're already familiar with. So I was going to say, the reason I gave us a choice of Lancer or Pugilist is because I really like melee characters. I like to be quite up close and personal. I like physical attack. Rather than being ranged, there's like Archer, you can be ranged, or there are magic ones, like mages and things. Doing casting stuff interests me less. I'm much more into up close and personal stuff. Hutch's cats heard the dogs and got intrigued. Well, Max was barking at something out the window just by me. I don't quite know what he's seeing. I also don't quite know how he thinks he's going to defend us with 10 floors up. I think we're pretty safe. But we shall see. Here we go. So greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We Pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. We'll be interested to see, Monk, you've never touched it. I've never touched it either, so this is why I'm quite excited. There is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you'd walk the path of the Pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our role. What say you, friend? Yes. A decision you'll not regret. Before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. How exciting. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. Eorzea is the name of the world this is all in. The origins of pugilism as you know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Okay, so it's a specific woman. She took on fully armed gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Gladiators have swords and shields in Final Fantasy XIV. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire. Uldar swiftly transformed into a centre of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. Her name was Cornelia. Okay, brief history of our guild. Fine. Let me know when you're ready to meet our guild master. I definitely am. Yes, please. Master Hammond, apparently is his name. He ruled the Blood Sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favour of training aspiring fighters. Okay, so we're going to go and see Master Hammond. And Master Hammond's going to give us a new weapon. Hutch is going to make pizza dough. That sounds exciting. I want to see pictures. If it works out well, I want to see pictures. Holy versus holy. Of course. So one of the other really good things about Final Fantasy XIV is you don't have to stick with one class or job, as they could become called when you get to level 30. Hi to whoever's just joined us. We're still at the beginning. We're just about to pick up Pugilist, so you are in good time. So let me just show you as an example. Oh, not that one, this one. Here you can see all of the jobs that I've got at the moment, so you can do any job. You don't have to have a new character every time you want to do a new job. You just change weapon and it changes you into that job, which is really cool. So it's really nice, it's really flexible. Something else I didn't explain is that jobs are broadly, in terms of fighting jobs, are split into 3 types of role. So my character is wearing sandals, yes. So we have tanks, healers, and DPS. I'm not going to go into too much detail about tanks, healers, and DPS now. I think we'll cover that later on when we get to kind of the relevant point. But so we're going to be a DPS, and within DPS we could be a melee DPS, a physical range DPS, or a magical range DPS. But so we're going to be Pugilist, which is a melee DPS. Here we go. Let's get this guy. He's going to give us our new weapon. Cancelled for wearing sandals. They're cute sandals, though. I like them. We're not going to be wearing sandals in a moment. We're going to be wearing very different stuff once we've got our... In fact, I hope... This is where I hope that I've got gear that I can wear as a level 1 character in my armory chest. If I've not, we're going to have to go and get some. Or he's going to be looking very much just in his pants. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, this is Hamon. So this is our guild master. I got my errand boy. No, I'm not your errand boy. You're here to enroll. Why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guild master, I'd be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, cat. I am a cat. I'm a cat boy. I'm a Makote. That's the race that I chose. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques... Oh, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realise his potential. Yarr. Exciting. Okay. I'm expecting him to ask me again if I want to join. Do I purr when someone... Never mind. Okay. You're making me laugh today. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. Where was I? Joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. It will be. So we're going to start at level 1. It is a good thing to make me laugh. That's good. That's fine. We're going to start at level 1. The current level cap is a level 80. So we're going to have a long way to go. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes. Yes, I do believe I've got what it takes to go the distance. You have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you in this place. In these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. Okay. We'll get to that in a moment. And he's going to give me a pair of weapons. Look at his tiara. Yeah, it's a circlet. I think it's called a circlet, this one. We can look at what it's called in my glamour. It is... Oh, it's the Crown of Light. I think it's from one of the Crystal Tower raids. That's alright. That's alright. I thought it was quite cute. I thought it went quite nicely with my Gunbreaker glamour. So that's how I look when I'm a Gunbreaker. But we are now going to become a pugilist. So let's come and equip this Weathered Horror. Now in my pants. I have got things I can wear. I have some gear I can wear. I don't appear to have much gear. I might have to go to my retainer, which is one of my extra inventory spaces, and see if I can find, because I probably should wear some extra stuff. He's going to help me if I'm wearing some armour. So I'm going to go do that very quickly. That is helpfully close by, I'm sure. There must be a retainer bell somewhere nearby. Is the one in the Shifting Sands, or whatever it's called? Is it called the Shifting Sands? The bar here? Oh, no, where am I now? Oh, here's a merchant or something. Where is there a retainer's bell? Does anyone know where there's a retainer's bell? Quicksand. Yes, that's what it's called. Is there a retainer's bell there? I need a retainer's bell. I actually can't see one on this map. I'm going to go to Sapphire. Oh, yes, in the inn room. You are absolutely right. Of course there's one in the inn room. Okay. So we're just going to go and get some clothes. You have a legitimate question. If I Fantasia to a male, does my gear change or do I need all new gear? Currently female isn't. I actually don't know. I do not know the answer to that question. I would ask Twitter or Google. Or there might be something if you go and look on Lodestone. There might be something that tells you about what happens. Well, it's also so Hutch is saying we're just going to go and get some clothes. No pride going gay ever. Yes, but this is also armor, so it's going to give me better defense and stuff. And also, I do feel a little bit ridiculous. As much as I love my Ruby Carmichael slippers, I feel a little bit silly walking around in my Ruby Carmichael slippers. So I'm just going to get my retainer, Biggie Smalls, who is a little Lalafell. That's why it's called Biggie Smalls, if you can see him. Sort my gear. Let's see what we can find. Have I got anything? Oh, it's going up. That makes life easier. This is all really high level gear. This is no good. I must have something. What have I done with my lower level gear? It's level 12. Level 10. Oh, I should have my Makote stuff somewhere. Sorry, I know man looks at... In fact, I think that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to get my Makote stuff out of... I'll definitely take that one. That's going to be helpful. That's going to be helpful. We'll have some more clothes on in 2 ticks. I'm going to take my Makote stuff out of the glamour chest. That's going to work. I'll take my ring of... That ring can come out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to get my Makote stuff. I don't think there's a hat, is there, in the Makote stuff? Where is my... Animal's jacket. Makote vest, there we go. Restore item. We are very nearly. Here we go, Makote gloves. Oh, that was the wrong thing I just took out. There we go. Whatever my Makote trousers. You just type Sandic instead of Sandisk into Amazon. The ruby booties are tight. I mean, they are pretty cute, but yeah, I do feel a little bit silly in the Makote long boots. There we go. Cool. I have enough stuff now. We're fine. So I'm going to do this again. There we go. That's a bit better. I've still got the slippers on. Hi, Michael. Couldn't seem to log on from tablet, so trying phone instead. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just getting started. We've picked up Pugilist, and I changed into a Pugilist and was wearing very few clothes. So I've come to get some clothes to put on, and now we're going to go and do what we need to do as Pugilist. So you've not missed much, Michael. And hello to whoever else has joined. I can see some more people have joined as well. Lovely to have you. Do feel free to say hey in the chat. Let me know if you've played before, if you've not played before. Idea is we're going right back to level 1 as Pugilist, which is hand-to-hand combat role. And we're going to start working our way through as that, kind of explaining things as we go. So the other thing people might have noticed is if you saw before, I'm just going to switch back to my Gunbreaker. You saw I had really full hotbars with masses of abilities. Because I've changed role to a different class, it's cleared all of that out. So at the moment I have not a lot. The music is very fantasy. Yeah, the music is very fantasy in the base game. It's not always fantasy in the rest. I mean, it's in the name, but still. Yeah, no, this is very fantasy in here. I'm also just going to... I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. And I don't need this. So in fact, I have one thing on my hotbars at the moment, which is boot shine. Could I show you a white mage hotbar before the end of the stream? You'd be super grateful. Very happy to talk to you about white mage hotbars. Mine is entirely copied from Ruben's white mage hotbar because he's a really good white mage, so he's helped me out with that. Here we go. So we're now wearing the right stuff, so we can get started. Looking every bit of Pugilist Son, now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanlan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shoes. Return here when the deed is done. Okay. So we're going to go and kill 9 things. I'm just going to check Central Thanlan. Central Thanlan, Central Thanlan. Okay, they're all in Central Thanlan, so that's where we're going to go. To go and find these enemies that we have to kill. Which will also give me a chance to show you a few more bits on the UI while we're there. Where is my nearest? In the Aetheryte Plaza. It's my nearest Aetheryte. Punch, punch, and more punch. Yes. And also see you found it divisive. I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I gave the people who are on stream when I turned on the choice of Lancer or Pugilist, because I'd still not decided. I knew I wanted a melee character. These are both Central Thanlan. Super confused now. We want to go near that one, which is which? Gate of Gnolls. Okay. I gave them a choice, and yes, as Hutch says, the people on stream decided they liked it rough and chose the melee thing. They chose the hand-to-hand combat instead of the lancing. So, yeah, I'd still not made my mind up. We shall see. And also lovely, if you're watching, Adam, thank you so much for saying good luck leveling Pugilist. We shall see how we get on. So you can now see on my map, we've got big orange circles, so that's kind of where I can do stuff that I've got in my quest log. And on the mini-map, you can see... If I can find where this mouse has gone. There we go. You can see all of these icons, which is... Those are all the relevant enemies that I need to kill. I don't need to kill all of them, I need to kill 3 of each, as we can see. But it's just showing me where they are, so I can go and find them. So, I'm going to target the marmots. You can now see as well it's giving me health bar for the marmot. Kind of hard for you to hear my voice. I didn't know that. Let me turn my mic up, or the volume of the thingy down. Put the mic nearer me. The music is a bit loud right now. Okay, fine. Let's sort that. That's fine. Thank you for letting me know. Better? Is that better, Hutch? Thank you. No worries. Thank you for telling me. Because I can't tell, you know, I've got what I've got in my ears, but it's really hard to tell exactly what the sound mix is like for you guys. So yeah, you can see it's giving me a health bar along here now. So we need to kill 3 star marmots. So this is a level 1 star marmot. So I'm just going to use Boot Shine. As we can see, I only have 1 ability at the moment. So we'll see. No, that's fine. If you couldn't hear, that's fine. I'm happy to change it. So we need to kill 3 of each of these things. And we're going to gain XP each time we kill something. So there we go. We're already at level 2. I'm able to level slightly quicker than someone who's a new player would be able to level. Because I get all sorts of XP bonuses for all sorts of reasons. And as we level up, we're going to start to get more abilities. Hopefully, we're not just going to be stuck with just having... I'm going to get rid of that mouse. There we go. Just having boot shine and nothing else. So that would not be the most exciting thing in the world. Huge hornets. What else do we need? Yes, make those enemies regret ever having been born daddy cat person. You have to say Catboy animation suit mark. That's nice to know. I would like to be very clear, I'm not a cat daddy. There's another race of cats called Hrothgar, and they are like big, beefy daddy bear cats. So we like to call those cat daddies in our friendship group. And we call the ones that I am a cat boy, and that's a cat daddy. So now we need some snapping shrews. You meant in the... No, you meant in the game. Daddy cat person. You've lost me now. That has lost me. I'm also going to show you while I'm here. In fact, that's on... Which one is it on? It's on that one. I also have something called a hunting log. So you get these for each class up to level 50. So these are more things that I can kill that are going to give me more XP. So I'm going to try and... You can see the huge hornet is one of them. It's got a little icon above its head to tell me that I need to do it for my hunting log. So I'm going to do that to get bonus XP. You're a cat person in game? I am a cat person in game, but I'm not a cat daddy in game. I'm a cat boy. All I was saying was there's a different race other than the one that I am. I'm a Makote. There's another race in game that's more like cat daddies. I could definitely... I'll post your picture to show you the cat daddies. You're a daddy now, no talking back. I'm not a cat daddy. I'm a cat boy. Very clear about this. You subbed, you're always right. Okay, fine, noted. But I will send you pictures of Hrothgar after this, so you can see what I mean by cat daddy. And you'll be like, oh my god, yes, he is a cat daddy. He's basically more like what you would expect it to be if someone came up with like a furry. There we go, snapping shrew. So, as you can see, we are starting... I can still be a cat daddy cat person without being a cat daddy. Okay. Noted. I note the distinction. So, as you can see, we are starting pretty simple. We literally have one move, which we are doing over and over to kill these things. There we go. Oh, we need more snapping shrews for the... hunting log, so I'm just going to get those as well. Oh, now we have something called True Strike. I'm just going to look up. Let's look up what they do. So really helpful is this menu called Actions and Traits, which tells me about all of the actions I get. It tells me what they do. You can also look them up on... there's a website that Final Fantasy XIV that Square Enix ran called Lodestone. And that's basically like an encyclopedia of Final Fantasy XIV that tells you everything you need to know. We literally have one move, me when I Google over and over again how to solve my different life problems, lol, mood. And my job is basically Googling things. I'm so pleased my colleagues are knowing that's what I do. So, at the moment we have Boot Shine. So, what can I tell you? Oh, can I keep that and scroll down? I don't know if I can. I'm going to put this here so you can see it. Here we go, down here. Is where I'm looking. So Boot Shine has a range of 3 yards, so effectively that's 3 yards, so it's a relatively close range attack. Delivers an attack with a potency of 150. Oppo form bonus, okay, we don't know about that yet. So I don't know about that. Additional effect changes one to Raptor. I think this is what Pugilist and Monk are all about, is this form changing things. And it recasts every 2.5 seconds, so I can do that move every 2.5 seconds. On this one, delivers an attack with a potency of 220, 240 when executed from a target's rear, so if I attack it from behind it's better. Could only be executed when in raptor form, and it changes the form to curl. So we have to be in raptor form to do this one. Boot Shine changes me into raptor, so I can do Boot Shine and then do True Strike. They have to go in that order. So to give you an example on the Snapping Shrew, you can see I've not got True Strike. Boot Shine puts me into raptor form. So now we can do True Strike, which is a much more powerful attack from the looks of it. So that's pretty much what's going on at the moment. Am I a snob if I use an entire SSD just as a cache drive? Not if you want to. Do whatever works for you. That's what I think. So, we've killed all the things. You can see over here, this has changed to a little tick. So it's telling me I'm ready to go and hand the quest in. So I need to go to Hamon at the Pugilists Guild. So we're going to go back to where we were. Oh, you do have things like sprint and stuff. I'm just turning them on in the background. I keep them over here. They would have started on my L2. They would have been there. They're the things I deleted because I don't want them there. I've already got them somewhere else. Welcome to whoever's just joined. We are now a level 4 pugilist. So you've come right towards the beginning. We've still only got 2 actions that we can do. So it's pretty simple at the moment for us. Pretty nice simple stuff to get started with. Pugilist Guild is going to be along this way. Is the DualShock controller Bluetooth? It is Bluetooth, yeah. So this one actually, it's connected to, I've got a PlayStation 4, you can see just behind me. So this is Bluetooth to that. I also use this one with my laptop when I play on my laptop, but then I just connect it with a cable rather than Bluetoothing it to the laptop. Because that way I can use the same DualShock for both without it getting confused. I just saw your slippers, lol. Did you buy the Ruby Carbuncle set? I didn't buy the set, I just bought the slippers. And I didn't have a lot of level 1 gear, it turned out, in my armory chest. So apparently the Ruby Carbuncle slippers were the best level 1 footwear that I had. Hutch says, also you're playing on the PS behind you, Trippy. Yes, I am playing on the PS behind me. And wait, why can't I remember? Sorry, my brain is going completely blank. Cool. Sonic Phantom says, I'm so tempted to buy the mount. I bought the Aquamarine one, which I'm pretty happy with. This is someone else who's clearly just become a pugilist and taken all their clothes off. There we go, just stood around in their pants. If you disappeared, I'd be surprised. I won't be. That's fine, Hatch. You go if you need to. That's not a problem. I'm back and on the worst of exertion. Cool. So we're going to hand the quest in. When the time is right, we'll teach me something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. So the next pugilist quest is going to be available upon reaching level 5. So we need to go and level up a bit more. So what I am going to do for that is I'm going to look at my hunting log and see what's this Cactor is in Western Thanlan in the 80 Sins of Sazamo. I'm going to go kill 4 Cactor because that's going to give me a nice bonus. So let's do that. Although where on earth did I say that was? I've now forgotten already. Was it Western Thanlan? Western Thanlan. Okay, cool. So I'm going to pop out to Western Thanlan. So the thing as well, I'll flag up, is obviously, as you may be very well aware, this is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, so it is online. Have to have an internet connection to play it. Connect to the servers. We're connected to the servers all of the time. In fact, everyone who's stood around us at the moment are NPCs from the looks. But we will see actual players, actual people running around doing things. So I'll point them out. In fact, like, here's an actual player. So this is Banbari Beccari, who is a gunbreaker. So these are all actual players. Lol, throwback to earlier today when nobody could play GTA 5 on PC because the servers are down. You cannot play on PC without authenticating. Yeah, the servers have to be up for you to be able to play Final Fantasy 14. They have really good uptime though. They don't have any problems. It's really pretty solid. Obviously, it needs to be for a game like this because everyone needs to be connected. And also, we effectively we're not going to do any like properly online stuff until we get to level 15. So effectively, like the first 15 levels are all just tutorial. It's only when we get to level 15 that we do the first multiplayer dungeon. So that's when it really starts to become an online game. So what it's doing in the meantime is it's kind of slowly building me up and helping me learn what's going on. If I were a new character, I wouldn't just have my pugilist quests. I'd also have what's called main scenario quests. There we go. We're level 5, so we can go get our thing from the pugilist now. But I've done all of those main scenario quests already. I've done every main scenario quest in the game, so there's nothing left for me to do. So there would be other tasks you'd be running around and doing, and that's the stuff that has all the story in it in the main scenario. So we're also not going to get near the story. So, you know, the story is amazing in Final Fantasy 14. You know, so if story is something that's important to you, we're going to leave that out of all of this. We're just kind of looking at how we play and stuff more. With Final Fantasy, I can see the point because it's a multiplayer game. But with GTA, you couldn't even play single player. Yeah, no, I totally get that. It does make sense. I was talking the other day with some friends about, we were talking about how we'd like it on Switch, but whether or not it's feasible for it to be on Switch. And then we said, hang on a minute, because I don't know if you know, there was some, am I going the right way? I'm going the wrong way. In Japan, they released a couple of games that you can, my brain's going to catch up with me, that you can stream on your Switch, but you need an internet connection. It streams them to the Switch, and you're basically playing them on servers. And we were like, hang on a minute, maybe that could work for something like Final Fantasy 14, because if you have to be connected to the internet anyway, it'd be really interesting. Do I have my XP boost armor for later? I should do. I've got the new... Is that the new stuff? I can't remember which ones are which. At the moment, I've got my friendship circlet on, so that's going to increase my XP earned by 20%, and I've got my brand new ring on, which is going to increase my XP earned by 30%. Internet connection gets chopped as soon as you put the Switch to sleep. Yeah, I guess that'd be an issue. But then if it's effectively just running one that's on a server, it could just AFK you on the server it was running on. I guess I'm viewing it more like a kind of like if you thought like a Google, what's that one called? I can't remember. Stadia type solution. I don't know. It was just a thought I had. But yeah, because it definitely couldn't run it. I mean, it could run like the first. Probably it could run the base game and the first expansion, but beyond that, it would struggle. Okay, so oh, I should also check if we've got anything new we can wear. Yes, we're gradually going to change our gear as we go. So we've got the best gear, so I've got the best stats. Because the more I level up, the more gear I have available to me. He wishes me to learn the basics of combinations. This sounds exciting. So this also shows, here we can see the experience that we're going to get. So I'm going to get 560 experience points when I finish and I hand this in. I can see I'm going to get given a bone horror. So you can see that if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, that's a pugilist's arm. It's a better one than I've currently got. So it's going to increase my physical damage by 1, which is obviously going to be helpful. So I'm definitely going to get one of those. And then there are options. So I can choose any one of these. So we can see the gloves are probably going to be better. Nothing else is going to be much better. Or I can just take money, basically. I'll ignore the head stuff. It's going to tell me all the way until level 25 that I could take better headgear. But I've got headgear that's going to... my brain's going to catch up with me. I've got headgear that's going to give me bonus EXP. So I'm going to keep that on instead because it's going to help me level more quickly. And I got that through the Recommend a Friend scheme for Final Fantasy 14. So, the brand new stuff. Yeah, the brand new stuff's in my should be in my armory chest, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got my brand new stuff is in my armory chest, so that's not a problem. What else? You mentioned guild tests. Yeah, there's a thing called a guild test. We'll not get into that now, but yes, you can get them now. Am I crafting my weapons and armor? No, I don't craft at the moment, so... And I know you know this, because Michael, because he suggested a crafting episode, and I don't do that yet, so... I've got in mind someone I could ask to basically come on with me and talk me through crafting, so that might be something we do. We shall see. You've been training hard, Ninley. Tell by the lightness of my steps and the strength in my fists. You've scattered some gil across Uldar. You want me to run around the city and pick it all up. Okay, you want me to sprint. Okay. Okay. You're gonna make... So now I'm gonna have to do something fetch questy. Which you get quite a bit of fetch questy stuff kind of towards the beginning. So I've got to find, again, you can see it's put these orange circles, so I can see, apparently I've got to go and find 5 lots of gil that have been left scattered around, so we shall see. You want to sprint, that's the moment where I'm like, nah fam, I'm good. I mean, like, I don't have to physically exert myself, just Ninny does. Oh, there we go. There's some coins, and I am going to sprint because I want to get there more quickly. So I'm going to pop sprint on. So I'm going to have another one here at Sunsilk's Tapestries. Oi, Governor. Oi, Governor. It's weird not seeing you as a tank/healer, says Tom. It's weird not being a tank/healer, Tom. But, you know, these are brave, exciting new times. There we go. Coins. You could afford 5 gil, surely. I know, but I have to pick up the specific gil. It looks like it's not, like... It's not going to let me... And I can afford 5 gil, because I've got 5.5 million gil. I could definitely afford 5 gil. It's not a problem. Can we talk about how much of a letdown the second Kingsman movie is compared to the first one? I can't personally talk about that, because I have seen neither the first nor the second Kingsman movie. I don't know if anyone in the chat's able to discuss that. The first one is really fun. I do feel like I want to watch them now. I should probably get around to that. The second one, don't bother. I'll see what I can stream on and maybe give them a try while I'm not working. It's not like I've got much else to do. These NPCs are so demeaning, don't they know who you are? I know, I've literally saved the world however many times. And now he's like, can you just run around town and pick up some random bits of coins for me? Okay. So as I said, this is basically tutorialing us, if tutorialing is a word. He's kind of gradually introducing me to things. This is why he was teaching me, basically, that I can sprint. Which I am slightly aware of as someone who's spent 900 odd hours playing this game. But he acts as if I were a brand new character. But yeah, I feel like being like, bitch, don't you know who I am? I'm the world famous Ninley Bacco. I'm the warrior of light. I've saved this world more times than you've had breakfast. It's all scattered gil collected, so let's go deliver that to Hamon. Oh, here we go. I can't be bothered to run all the way back there. Let's take a shortcut, just to let you float further. So this is, I'm just like using a little teleport around the city to make it quicker, because I can't be bothered to run all the way back around. This is now me being lazy, where you were like, oh, I can't be bothered to sprint much. This is, and then you've been like, oh, I'm not sprinting. I can also teleport all over the world. To lots of different places. It's something, as a new player, you wouldn't be able to do straight away, but you gradually unlock it in every different place as you go. Hutch, I know it's unrealistic, but it's a fantasy game, so It's literally 5 gil. Oh, 500 gil. Okay, fine. So I have to go to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thunland. There I'll find 4 large stones, the Trial Stones. Deal each of these stones a solid boot shrine combo. The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. Okay. Okay, fine. So we're off to, I think he said Western Thunland. I'm just going to double check. I just can't remember where he said we're going. Western Thunland, yes. So you can see I can go out the city. I can go out the city to the west. That was the joke, sis. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get that it was a joke. I feel bad now. Not picking up on your jokes. Western. I've got to teach you so much, youngling. Okay. So if I started the game as a pugilist, I'd spend most of my time in all these, at the beginning, in all these deserty areas around Thunland. Several of the jobs start here in Uldar, so you'll spend your time around in the desert. Several of the jobs start in a city called Gridania, which is like a forest city, so you spend your time in the forest. And several of them start in Limsa Laminza, which is like a seaport. So you'll spend your sort of time around the coast and things at the beginning. Eventually you go to all the places, but it's just kind of where you're going to spend your time at the beginning. Got to teach you all the wisdom I learned in my 25 years of life. I mean, I could teach you what I've learned in my 33 years of life. Use Boot Shrine. Okay, here we go. I mean, it feels a bit weird to be hitting a stone. So make another stone come out so that I can hit that stone. There we go, it's fine. Lesson number 1, Minish Cap is a criminally underrated game. I agree. I like Minish Cap. I'm like 20. I'm not 20, I'm 33. Very genuinely, I'm 33. I could be your granddad. Not quite, I mean like... That would have been pretty young to have a child if I were your granddad. Boom. Okay. It's Trial Stone number 2 of 4. Let's get this one number 3 of 4. I was about to say I'm 30. Am I the oldest in the chat? I'm glad that's not the case. Yeah, I am surprisingly older than anyone thinks I am ever. There must be one more stone that we've not whacked yet. If we can find where it is. Anyone see the other trial stone? Should I have some purpley stuff? I just walked past one somewhere. Oh, here we go, here we go. We got it. Oh, here we go. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to your discussion about Zeldas. That's fine. We are going to go back. To the Pugilist Guild. I'm going to use a mount because I already have mounts. You wouldn't have mounts at this level as a new player, but I'm just going to go a bit quicker. The targeting controls are shocking sometimes. Yeah, they can be a bit shocking. I know you can make a load of adjustments to the targeting in 14 to clarify. I figured you can make some adjustments to them as well. I think of the character options probably, or the system options. You can change what types of things it will target for you, but I've not done any of that. I just kept it with the standard one. Welcome to whoever's joined. Happy to have you with us. I'm just going to... What's my battery doing on this phone? 70%. Oh, fine. Okay, so let's go hand in another quest. My guess is he's probably now going to tell us we have to come back again at level 10. As I said, if you're a new player, you'd be doing main scenario quests as well. while you're doing this, so you'd kind of have plenty of things to get on with. But I've done all of those, so they are all finished with. He's laughing at me. I don't quite understand. I'm a nigh endless fount of vigour, apparently. Okay. Happy to be a nigh endless fount of vigour. Trying to target individual mobs during 14 dungeons as a healer is a nightmare. Yeah, I agree. I mean, as a tank, it's a bit of a nightmare as well. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Chichuto? Was that his name? Chichuto. Okay, we've got a new character called Chichuto, who is the Guildmaster's assistant, apparently. He's what's called a Lalafell, so he looks a bit like a little potato man. Still much more I have yet to learn to give us let's strive for mastery of that art. Okay. So hopefully we're going to master this art. Joined the guild soon after it's made its master. She... Oh, we've misgendered her. That's not great. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there's another one. Oh, one other to be sure, but... Oh, now there's a mystery. Tom says Lala Master Ace. Oh, not Tom. Sorry, it wasn't Tom, was it? It's Sonic says Lala Master Ace. I assumed it was Tom because Tom's a Lala and I knew that. All of you and your Lalas. Let's not dwell on the past. Yeah, let's discuss my bright future for sure. Reminds me, did you collect my gil from him? My gear is rather worn down. I do need the money for repairs. Oh, now we know whose gil it was. Your free trial character was a Lala. Awesome. I do quite like Lalas. I think they're cute. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time is ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ha ha ha. So I think we're probably... I'm hoping we're going to get all the way up to level 15 today. Because if we can, then next week we can... I was going to take gloves, wasn't I? Then next week we can talk about dungeons and stuff, which would be super exciting. In the meantime, I'm going to get my better gear on. That man needs to stop smoking. Oh, the whatever his name was, the Guildmaster. I can't remember his name already. No, I don't want emotes. I want this one. Right, so I'm going to go do some more of this hunting log, because it's going to give me pretty good XP for everything that I kill. You can see it's going to give me... If I do number 5, I get 500, not gil, XP 530. 6 is going to get me 980. 7 will get me 1100. 1300 for 8. 1600 for 9. 1700 for 10. And then 2500 if I do all of them. So that's going to level me up quite quickly. Are you planning to make the stream a regular thing? I am planning to make the stream a regular thing. So the idea is that I'm going to do it on Sunday evenings in this slot. So we'll do it once a week. I will leave my pugilist alone until then. I'm also thinking of starting to look at setting up a YouTube and probably archiving my streams. So that way, you know, if anyone ever wants to watch them and understand what's going on in Final Fantasy XIV, it will be there. Central Thanalan Blackbrush. 2 lots of things in Central Thanalan Blackbrush, and 1 in the clutch. Okay, so I'm off to Central Thanalan. Yeah, so the idea is, like, the pugilist is reserved for this stream now. That's what we're going to do. Tom says he's up to Shiva now. Congratulations. So you're getting towards the end of the patches between A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward. That's exciting. If you did something similar for people who want to start raiding, that would be fantastic. I'm really up for doing some raid stuff. I'm also up for doing... Someone's just sent me a message that literally just says level 70 exclamation mark. Oh, I know exactly what it is. He's telling me he's got a level 70 tank, which I'm very pleased. It's been like a little... at the beginning, I was like tutoring him in how to be a tank. It's like a little tank protege. Nice. So he said about the raids. I would be quite happy to do something on raiding as well. And we could do it rather than waiting until we're up to raiding as a pugilist, because that's going to take us a while. I'm happy to do something sooner. Are we talking normal raids or alliance raids? Which is it that's interesting you? Or is it both? Okay, Okay, here we go. So we're going to come and find these things, which said we're in Black Brush. Okay, so we're going to look for some more things to kill in Black Brush. We've done Crystal Tower, but no other raid content at all. Okay. And are you on, remind me, are you on Chaos? Or are you on Light? You're on Light. Oh, okay. I totally would have come and played with you as well, because obviously that's the best way. Okay, no, I'm always happy to do raids. We do raids quite frequently as the Catboy party. So really happy to do some raids and stream them. I can't find the things that I'm meant to be killing. I also can't remember what they were called. So we're literally just looking for something with an icon floating on its head. Raid Shadow Legends. I don't understand that. Am I missing something? Is there some game or program or something I've not heard of? Yeah, I'm up for doing some raids, and I can arrange to do some raids with the Catboys, and we can just do them on stream. It's one of those games that sponsors everyone is basically just an addiction trap. Oh, okay. Oh, is it just like loot boxes and chisels? Why can't I find... I'm also not liking this mount. I'm going to change the mount, because that one's... Oh, I hate that mount. I want a cute mount. Okay, we're riding a bear now. That's better. One of your friends got sponsored by them and Oop, you closed the stream immediately. Does that mean that when I get sponsored by them, you're going to leave me? Don't leave me. Stay with me, Hutch. Started playing when Shadowbringers came out, but took a few months, so I'm only now getting to Rak'tika. I love Rak'tika. Lahi, etc. It's one of my favourite pieces of music in the whole game as well. Civilization is great. None of these are the ones we're trying to kill either. They're going to target me. Oh. Shit. Get stuck. Hey, level 5 pugilist. I need to be careful not to run around here as if I own the place, because they could destroy me in seconds. Need to remember I'm no longer a level 80. Whichever one I am. They're just preying on people at this point. Oh, the people who... Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, yeah. It's... The whole loot box stuff is just so messed up and is going to be massively regulated very quickly, I think, isn't it? They're working towards it. Lots of countries are working towards regulating it. Why can't I find any of these things that I have to kill? So if I can find those, then we can kill them. Get that over and done with. Level up. I want to get to level 10. I want to go another 10 levels still today. This is frustrating, just wandering around trying to find where it is. I don't really know where it is in this area. It's up here. Just some random people. Some quest things. So now you finished the story, what's your in-game goal right now, Will? Asks Michael. So my current in-game goal is to level up my healers. For those who saw, I don't know, I've not explained, and I will explain kind of fully next time, healers and DPS and tanks and the difference between them and how they all interact. Oh, here we go, here's something we need to get rid of. But for those who saw it on my Twitter today, I finished leveling my tanks, so now all of my tanks are level 80. So I've got all 4 tanks in the game to level 80. Now I want to do the healers. I've already got 1 healer that's level 80. Just my white mage. I've got a scholar at 33, I think. And I haven't picked up Astrologian yet, so getting those 2 up to level 80 is going to be a big in-game goal now. I'm also working on a load of the optional stuff that I've not done. So there's loads of optional dungeons and things that I've not done. So yeah, I've kind of specialised as a tank. I like healing as well. So I would like to get my healing done. Get all of them. More level 80s then. Yes, more level 80s. And hopefully this pugilist and also once I've leveled up my scholar, which doubles as summoner for people who don't play the game, haven't played the game, don't know. I am, yeah, I guess across the two of those, I'm hopefully also going to start to have some deeps that's level 80. Because I'd like to have one of each at level 80, would be really nice. Is this, I wonder if this is, I'm just really lost. I can't find what on earth I'm meant to be finding. I'm going to look again at what they were. Orobon is in Blackbrush. And Spriggan Grave Robbers are in Blackbrush. I'm determined not to look up where they are. You get a great ammo mount if you finish all. Oh, that's exciting. Now there's a challenge. I mean, I do kind of want to level 80 everything eventually. It's just going to take me a while. We're also at a point where, because I know enough other players, it has become much, much easier to level a DPS than it used to be, because there are people to help with the queuing, which is definitely a benefit. I kind of specialised as a tank. Oh, smirks. Yeah. I did specialise as a tank. As I said, I'll explain next time properly. That's the plan, because hopefully we're going to get some dungeons. So we might go and do the Hall of the Novice, if we can get there, which is like another tutorial thing of helpfulness. And that's going to help us understand what is a tank, what is a DPS, and what's a healer, and how do they interact. And then we'll go off and start doing dungeons, which is when we'll start to team up with other players. So, you know, start to be in parties where the balance is really important. Try deep dungeon for deeps leveling. What, deep dungeon? You've lost me. What's deep dungeon? Are you talking Deepcraft? Basically no Q and lots of XP. I don't know what this is. Ah, cool. Well, that might be a plan. I'm definitely also gonna tap up some other cat boys. Why can I not find any of these creatures? I'm seriously at the point of nearly just Googling where on earth they are in this space, because I'm literally just running around not finding anything. They weren't in the clutch. I've gone too far now. It said they were in Blackbrush. Is there something I'm really missing in Blackbrush? Is there like, might do like this waterway? Go through this waterway? I've not been down around this water stuff. I'm gonna try that. Where am I? I'm lost. I'm lost. Eurovision again is going on right now in everyone's timeline. We should participate again. Basic IQ not 6p. Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High. Yeah, I've never done Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High, really. So I probably should at some point anyway. So those are also options. But as I say, I can also get buddies along to help us level. I think we should get to level 30 pretty quickly and easily. I normally find level 30 isn't that difficult to get to. Aha! Oh, we found them. Oh, this makes me so happy. We can stop wandering around endlessly now. Here we go. Now we're going to level up quite quickly. So I want to get me to that level 10 so that we can get the next job quest. This is the plan. You're going to have to leave now. Okay, thank you, Harch. It's been lovely to have you come and join. I hope you feel better soon. I've got a new action I'm going to read about. Snap Punch. Can only be executed when in curl form. I think the True Strike changes me to curl form. So Snap Punch changes me to Oppo. Boot Shine gives me a bonus if I do it in Oppo Oppo. So basically these three are going to go around in a circle. It also grants Greased Lightning, which increases damage dealt by 10% and reduces weapon skill cast time and recast time, spell cast time and recast time, and auto attack delay by 5%. So if I do this one, Snap Punch, it's going to make it more powerful, my attacks. It's also going to mean that I can do them more regularly. So that's going to be helpful. So I've now got this rotation that goes Boot Shine, True Stack, Snap Punch. So I'm going to do them in that order, which also means they're in a helpful order on my hotbars. Although, wait a minute, I know what I am going to do. Because of the way I lay out my tank hotbars, I want it to go like that. There we go. I'm going to go around in a circle doing the attacks. I think this is something I learned really effectively from... Oh, and I've got a gauge. From Ruben, eventually. He saw some of my hotbars and he was not impressed. And he taught me the importance of kind of arranging it rather than letting it just put everything wherever it falls. It needs to be put in more of a logical order. I'm also going to move... I don't know if you spotted. I've got this new gauge, this lightning gauge, which I absolutely do not want sat there. I'm going to move it to there, because that's where I normally put my gauges. See, I told you this UI is like the most customizable thing ever. There we go. So I've put it down here instead now, because that's where I prefer to keep them rather than floating around up here somewhere. It just confuses me. So we found the Orobon. There was one more thing we need. You've tried to arrange yours so the Lily Hills all together. Yeah, no, I've got all the Lily stuff together. It makes total sense having the Lily stuff together. And for me as a tank, on my tank ones I arrange them so some of my secondary hotbars, specifically mitigation, I've got my single target and my... Oh, I need to find a Spriggan, so this definitely looks like the right place to come. I'm going to jump down, this is not going to be nice. I've got my single target and AoE targets in... My single target and AoE attacks in different places and things, you know. I do all of that stuff. Deer and Glare are still where Stone and Arrow were at the start of the game. That's things to not let Ruben know. Ever. He was really shocked when he saw my hotbars. He was like, I don't like these. As I said, he basically did my white mage ones for me. So I normally ask him about healers. I follow his logic, but I did my own tank ones. And I'm now ready to do my own DPS ones. I understand much more what I'm doing in terms of arranging hotbars. You know, thinking about combos and where they're going to sit. And I also find that, like, once you've got one, they can all copy each other. So, like, all of my tanks all follow the same logic. So it doesn't matter, you know, I can dive back into a tank I've not played as for a while, and I'm still going to know where my combos are because they're going to be in the same place. They're just different moves. It makes it kind of much easier to switch jobs. At least that's what I find. Cool. That's our Spriggan Grave Robber dealt with. I'm going to check as well if we have any better gear again. Nope. Okay. What's next on this hunting list? So now we're going to go to Western Thunland. Hammerley, 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 Horizon's Edge, Horizon's Edge. Okay, let's go to Horizon first. I'll take it from there. That's good. You did pretty much the same with Ast. Mapped everything to where its equivalent is on my white mage one. Yeah, it makes total sense, as I say. I just made some changes to my tank ones this week just gone, and it's like, it's so confusing when you've changed them. It needed doing. But yeah, it just, like, it's slightly thrown me off balance to have just a few things, you know, on the ones that I really know. I've got just a few things that are in slightly different places. But I needed to do it because, in order to make my Paladin work. Paladin has the most actions of any of the tanks. It has 4 more actions than Warrior, which has the least. So, you know, it's kind of a big... 4 more or 8 more? It might even be 8 more. It's a lot. It was a juggling game, kind of trying to work out where the space was for all of that. So, we've now got this nice little combo that we've gradually built up to. It's helping me understand. I'm going to go Boot Shine, True Strike. Oh, I'm just going to do Boot Shine. Oh, what's going wrong? I keep missing. Why does Boot Shine keep missing? There we go, Boot Shine, True Strike, Snap Punch. So just kind of easily and gently working through this combo, and I can see every time I do the combo it's charging this gauge by 1 as well. If you can see the gauge in the bottom right corner. I don't know what that gauge is for yet. I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. But doing the combos appears to be charging that gauge, although that gauge is also going to run out now. Desert Beast, here we go. Oh, let's just let my health regenerate. Oh, one of the great things is Final Fantasy XIV is one of those games where everything just regenerates. There's absolutely no need to go and heal constantly. Just stay out of battle. Health is going to go straight back up. There we go. So yeah, so today we're really going to have done these basics. And as I say, plan is next Sunday we can start getting a bit more involved. We're now in curl form, and evidently we stay in curl form for 3 stacks, or not. It's obviously doing a stacking thing, because it's sometimes letting me... Oh yeah, I need to get this one still. Look at Snap Punch. You see I've got 3. If you look up here it says 3, so it's a 3 stack in curl. But now it's changed again. I can't quite tell what's making it change yet. It's hard to work out. Sometimes it's letting me do more of the curl fights. And we've died. This is what happens when you're like super low level. Oopsie. It's good though. It's taking me an hour and 15 minutes to die. I'm happy with that. Could have been a lot worse, to be honest. We could have squished a lot sooner. Cast raise. I mean, I wish I had raise. So I'm going to go back to where I was, spend a lot of gil getting there, because I'm now a very long way away from where I was. Here we go. Back to Western Thanalan. This is why, as well, especially these low levels, it's so important to recharge your health. I could get my chocobo out as well to help, though. That would definitely help. I'm going to get my chocobo out. That would be sensible. There we go. My chocobo can heal me now. That's going to make life a little bit easier. Oh! I've apparently never spoken to the chocobo keeper. I am in Horizon, aren't I? Yes. Yes. Cool. I'm suddenly doubting where I am. So again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken stuck record, but if I were a new player, I wouldn't necessarily have to level this way. I would have main scenario quests that I could do as well, which are a really good way of leveling. They give you a lot of XP. Yeah, that would probably be, the main way you would level up. So you would have other quests to do. There's also side quests and all sorts, but I find the side quests a little bit dull. I'm now a level 7 pugilist. No better gear yet. Just gonna run around the back of this one. I don't want to get attacked by it. So I've done 2 things in Horizon in this area. So it looked like the rest should be in Hammerley. So that'll be over here. So I'm going to come over to Hammerley. And that's definitely, that's got to be, doing the rest of the stuff that's here I think has got to be good for another couple of levels. I'd be surprised if we didn't get 2 levels out of the ones that I can still kill over here in my hunting log. It also should be mentioned that like all of these things, when you get each of these things added, hunting log, etc., it would give you an on-screen explanation. Because I'm not a new player, it's not giving me that. But it would, you know, it gives you lots of on-screen help. Welcome to whoever's just joined us. Lovely to have you with us. We are currently a level 7 pugilist. We need to get to level 10 to do my next quest as a pugilist. So we're just working on leveling up at the moment. Doing something called my hunting log, which gives me good bonus XP. So I'm killing any of these enemies with this special, you can see on the nesting buzzard they've got a special logo floating above their head. That shows me the ones that are in my hunting log that I need to kill. So I suspect I probably need to kill 4 of these. Yes. 3 or 4. There we go. So it's just giving me 980 bonus XP. So given that it takes 6,000 points to level up at this point, that's, you know, a big bonus. It's a really big bonus. We might do a fate in a moment if we need to, and I can explain what those are. At the moment, I'm trying to see what was the other thing we need. Done these ones. Goblin Mugger and Sand Toad. Both should be somewhere in this broad area. So let's see if we can find some Goblin Muggers and some Sand Toads. They're not going to be right down at the Silver Bazaar though. For sure. The Goblin Muggers are definitely going to have some little kind of gate. Let's try again. Some little kind of camp somewhere. That's going to be hard to find in my experience, those little camps. Is my head in trying to find them in any of these logs? Well, let's see. The other reason this hunting log exists is because it makes you go to loads of different places. So it's about helping you learn your way around. Is that still Hammerley? No, it's Norfolk as well. Excuse me. It's about helping you learn your way around as much as it's about giving you things to kill so that you can get bonus XP and level up. You know, it's making me come to Hammerley. So I'm like, oh, so this is where Hammerley is. Oh, this is where Scorpion Crossing is, you know, as we just passed through it. Kind of making me go around everywhere a little bit. Still really not found. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, they are down here. Okay, I'm just going to jump off, which is not the best idea. But I'm just going to let my health charge back up. And then we can kill these sand toads. Let's get to my pony. And I do have a pony here helping me now, my chocobo. So, who, again, you wouldn't actually have a chocobo at this stage in the game, but Epona's got skills in healing and stuff, so Epona can heal me up if I need to be healed. In fact, there we go. Epona's cast regen on me. It's going to help keep me alive. Sandtoad. We need to kill 4 Sandtoads, it looks like. So we do 4 of these Sandtoads. And then finish by finding, let's see if we can find this Goblin Mugger, wherever they're hiding. So just continuing to work my way around my combo. Boot Shine, Tree Strike, Snap Punch. 1, 2, 3, Big Bad Boss. Excuse me, those are the sand toad. Getting yawny on stream. It's Sunday night. Oh, loads of sand toads around here. Just need one more. Do say hello in the chat as well if you've not said hello. Lovely to know who's out there. Happy to answer questions, talk about the game. All sorts. Because I really want to help people understand what's going on. And hopefully this means, you know, if you come and watch my Tuesday or Friday Final Fantasy 14 streams, things will start to make more sense. You know, it's not going to make sense immediately. But it means you can gradually have a bit of a better idea of what's going on. So now I just need to find the Goblin Mugger. Oh, and then we've done everything in my... I hope you like my fat chocobo as well. And then I've done everything in my log up to level 10. If I can find this Goblin Mugger. It's around here. This is a dead end. Oh, is this a funny light? This looks like somewhere that goblins would hide. Does it? I think. This is like exactly the kind of place that goblins would hide, but it's a dead end, so apparently not. Arg. Goblin Mugger, where are you? Feeling a little bit more doubtful now about my ability to get to level 15. That was the plan. If we can. But so the Goblin Mugger's definitely not down here from the looks of things, because we didn't find it anywhere. I'm going to keep going up. Okay. So it's going to be somewhere around these other bits of Hammerley. If we can find it. I'm trying to think, is there anywhere I've not gone? I wonder if it's down in like this little bit here. Ooh, up a hill. This is starting to look like the kind of place they might encampment. Maybe not. No. Somewhere past Scorpion Crossing. If anyone spots anything remotely resembling a Goblin Mugger, do shout in the chat. I wonder if it's called Hammerley on this side as well. I wonder if it's called Hammerley on both sides. You're so patient, I'm straight into Google with these things. I normally would be straight onto Google. I just feel like I shouldn't Google how to do things on the stream. I feel like man looks things up on Google is not the most thrilling. But I am often straight into Google to look up the coordinates, because life doesn't get a bit too blah, 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 blah. I can't speak. I also didn't realise that was a big hole. Life does get a bit too short. If anyone else wants to look up where the Goblin Mugger is and tell me the coordinates, you'd be more than welcome to. I don't extend my desire not to look up coordinates to your your ability to look them up. I'm looking for a Goblin Mugger, I think. It said it's in... Ugh, sorry. That one. Goblin Mugger. It says it's in Hammerley somewhere. I feel like I've roamed around all of it and not found it yet. So again, for those who've not played before, Google is your friend sometimes. Oh wait, here we go, here we go. Oh, we found them, we found them. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it must be like the only place I've not looked. Okay, here we go. Here we go. One. Oh, we leveled up to level 8. This is good, we're making some progress now. I'm there, Michael, but thank you. I stumbled across them right at the end. So, we also have an ability now called Second Wind. So I'm going to look up what that does in just one moment. Let's start thinking about what it's going to go about. there we go. So now we're nearly at level 9 already. That's good. Actions and traits. Second Wind is a roll action. Instantly restores own HP. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so this is a cure. So I'm going to put this exactly where my cure sits on all my other jobs, which is going to be there. Cool. So if you're a new, you might not put it in such a complicated place to go and find a cure. That's where I'm used to being able to cure myself. So I shall keep it there. So we've done all the hunting log. I'm now going to do what's called a fate, which is like a little quest that's in the overworld. So you can see it's these blue circles are what are called fates. This one's a level 5 one. There's already someone there working on it because it's not on 0%. It's on 25% now. Normally, basically, you just have to kill a load of things, but it's going to give me a load of points. So we're going to have to kill cactuars. And you can see it's brought up this new progress bar that's in blue. Underneath where it says needles to say. Stop yawning. So that's telling me how much progress we've made on Fate. So once that bar is full, the Fate is finished and we get extra bonus points. Which is now. Happened very quickly. So that's got me another 672 points. It's another chunk. There was another one here, but it's gone. Other Fate is gone. This is annoying. We could go to another area and see if there are any fates out there. As I said, this is something you wouldn't really have to do to the same degree in the beginning of the game as a new player, because you'd have other quests that you can do and things. So it's not going to be as grindy as this is. Not that this is that grindy, as you can see. What we've been playing for, it's probably about an hour and 15 minutes since I actually picked up Pugilist. Well, that's a level 12 Fate. I'm going to try that one. Level 5 one back here. It's level 14. Okay, I'm going to go south over the river. Central Shadows are usually pretty good for Fates, low level ones at least. Fabulous. This makes me happy. It's probably only in about an hour and 15 minutes since I picked up Pugilist, and we're level 8. So actually this is pretty swift going. You know, we will end up somewhere between level 10 and level 15 today. No, it isn't the Shark Mount. I wish it were the Shark Mount. It's really not. I haven't put any effort into trying to get the Shark Mount yet. Cowardly Challenger, here we go. It's going to say to me, that woman didn't best me, I merely came unprepared. Bloody jewel. Plan on learning her a lesson, what say you? Yes. So he's taken to challenging anyone and everyone to duels, hoping to prove her trust is wrong. Oh. Where is she? Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. I've got to fight this one person. There we go. So this time the progress bar is going to be like the exact opposite of her health bar. Welcome to whoever's joined us. We are currently a level 8 pugilist. I've been explaining things as I've been going, so if you're interested, you can not sure, ask questions. If you feel you've missed something, then absolutely you can watch it again on my channel after this. Have everything explained. We talked about the UI, we talked about some of the really basic stuff in the game, I've been talking about the combo that I'm using here as a pugilist. And we've kind of seen it build up from, we started with just one action, an ability, and I got 4. I split them into different places. You probably wouldn't do that as a new player. You'd probably kind of get to know them a bit more first, but because I know the game a bit more, I'm splitting them out. Another 1,120 points. Level 7 one over there. I'm going to go do the level 7 fate. So we're trying to get up to level 10. So as one of the types of quests in Final Fantasy XIV is called a job quest. My next job quest as a pugilist is at level 10. So we need to get to level 10 before we can do that. I've been explaining to people that if we were playing this game as a new player, we would have main scenario quests to do as well. So you probably wouldn't be out grinding to level up the way that I am. Because you just wouldn't need to. You'd have enough stuff. But, you know, I've already done all of those quests. Many, many, many moons ago. There aren't any left for me to do. So I'm just living this way instead. Which is quite a good way to live. We've been about an hour and 15 minutes and we're up to level 8. So I think, did I have some level 8 gear? Yes. Gradually putting on better and better gear. Get this Googaron Wet Nose guy. Googaroon Wet Nose. So you can see I'm just on my hotbar down here at the bottom, this bit. I'm just doing my attacks, so Boot Shine, and you can see it's telling me to do True Strike, and it's telling me to do Snap Punch, so they're like a little combo. So I do those in order, and then they kind of gradually deal more damage. Level 9. We're going to hit level 10 in any moment now. It's a level 12 one. I'm not going to go do that. That's going to be a bit... If I'm level 9, it's going to be a bit much. I'm singing along, which I tend to do. Am I enjoying it so far? I am enjoying it so far, Pugilist. I mean, it doesn't feel complicated at all at the moment, because it's very, very early days. I'm just doing 3 moves in rotation with 1 extra move, Second Wind, to heal me when I need to. So thus far, it's very simple. And it feels no different from tanking, really. Although I probably have some different moves by now as a tank that I don't have as a PG. You know, I probably have an AoE by now or something. Ranged attack. There are no fates. Let's go back to west of the Thunder Mountain and see if we can find any fates through there. Oh, stupid one again. I know what I will show you because you mentioned Carbuncle. My absolute babe. Aquamarine Carbuncle, who I adore. It's just such a cute colour. It's just so cute. It's so cute to ride around on. Ooh, yes, ooh. I had to stop myself. Oh, here we go. Someone in my FC, there's a fate. I'm going to go back to this fate. Someone in my FC was talking about getting all 3 Carbuncle mounts and setting up basically setting them up as favourite mounts. So you could have favourite mount roulette and only get carbuncles, just different colours. And I contemplated it, and then I realised spending nearly £50 just on 3 mounts in Final Fantasy XIV seemed a little excessive. So I only got Aquamarine Carbuncle, and I got the Emerald Carbuncle slippers, as you have seen. Although I'm no longer wearing them. Your character's hair is pink, so you feel the red one will match better. My character's hair is pink as well. My character's hair is pretty much the colour of the rose pink dye. So, yeah. kill these. And this should then get us really close to leveling up. To level 10, and then I can do this next quest. And we'll try and get a little bit beyond level 10 if we can. Screw it, you're convinced. What are you convinced about? What have I convinced you about? Oh, there's a question. It may be the gym that's paid in 3 days. Okay, so what are we getting? Ruby card might call yours. Cool. Okay. I mean, I think they're all really beautiful. Doesn't matter which one you get. They're all like really cute mounts. I also have. I'll show you my other favourite mount. Who I do adore. Here's my baby. 2 seconds. My other purchased mount. There we go. Is this the one? Is Fatacat, who is just like the cutest. It's just amazing. I love Fatacat. Level 5. Cool. Level 5 Fate, and then we should be leveled up to level 10. Which might suggest it will only take us 8 weeks. No, it's not only going to take us 8 weeks to get all the way to level 80. I am jesting. There is no way, once we get further on, we will be doing 10 levels a session. But I am quite tempted. I really like us to continue this series all the way through to level 80. I think it'd be really interesting. And taking it all the way through and learning together about Pugilist and then Monk. Hungry Hobbledehoy. Hello, Hungry Hobbledehoy. I can't be bothered to read this text. I'm going to help you. I need to deliver leaves to her. So I'm going to have to collect these cactus leaves. Which I can get either by just collecting them, or also by attacking these cactuars. Should give me... I imagine they're going to attack me. Yeah, cool. They are indeed. Should get one when I attack these cactuars as well. Welcome to whoever's joined us. We are just about, hopefully, to level up to level 10 as a pugilist, which is, as you can see, is hand-to-hand combat. So I don't have... Effectively, the weapon I have is like knuckle duster things. Will, what's your least favourite dungeon? Ah, good question. Oh, look, there's a wild James. James is in my free company. So he's obviously come to say hello. While he was coming past, he's jumping around, enjoying being on stream. Clearly. Least favourite dungeon is probably the Aurum Vale, which I know is a bit of a cliched thing to say is your least favourite dungeon, but it's just, I just find it dull. Or maybe even worse is Cutter's Cry, which I just find really dull. I just don't find it that interesting. It really bores me. But as I say, hopefully, I think we can get to dungeons. Hopefully at the end of next week we do a dungeon. So we clearly need to get more leaves. We've not done enough. What percentage is that we've done? 50%. So if I get another 9 leaves, we will have finished this fate. 1, 2. What's your least favourite dungeon, people in the chat? Do tell me. I'm interested to hear. Out of what you've done, Stone Vigil is your least favourite. I like Stone Vigil. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one more. Here we go. Can we get a cactus leaf from here? That is going to be this fate. Finitoad. Oh, there's someone else collecting leaves now. I feel bad if I'm going to stop the fate for her. But she's handed some in. Okay, cool. Because I'm done. I want to hand in these 9, love. There we go. So I've handed enough. So the fate's going to end in a minute's time. So in a minute, we're going to find out how much how much XP we're going to get. Discounting Shadowbringers to avoid spoilers. Your favourite, Shisui of the Violet Tides. I do like Shisui of the Violet Tides. In our FC, we like shouting old lady. Let's say hello to Tal. Let's give him a wave. Wave, there it is. Right, 15 seconds. Seven seconds. I think this should give us enough, nearly. See what it's going to give me. Oh, only 1,120. Oh. One more then. There's one down here. Let's get to this one that's down here. That was going to be enough. That's irritating. But this one must be enough now, because we're going to earn enough XP just killing things in it. And then the bonus XP at the end. For sure. I can F'd out of water. Looks like we've got to kill F'd. Slay a few. Yeah, we're going to kill some F'd. Oh, and a load of them have attacked me. It's unexpected. But we can deal with it. Oh, and here's the archer that we saw before. I think she was the one who was doing the other fate that we saw. So, looks like she's at a low level in level tank as well. That's my guess. Oh, this has been a nice chill day. Thank you. I'm kind of enjoying this, like there's something very calm and relaxing about leveling something very low level. The stakes are so low in comparison to, you know, some of the other stuff I do. The stakes are very much higher. People tend to get arsey with you if you get things wrong a little bit. Maybe. Not always. It's why it's better to have friends to talk stuff with than strangers. Because I know that, you know, time we're not going to fall out with each other. Okay. Less than 200. Okay. So let's just get this done. That is 121. Here we go. This is going to do it. This is going to push us over the line then. Boom. Level 10! Level up, level up, level up, level up. Check if I've got any new gear I can equip. I have. My gear's just gradually getting better. And we're going to go back into Uldar, back into the city. So you can see we've not actually strayed that far from the city. So, it's all nice and easy. Stress-free. So we're probably going to do this quest and then maybe call it a night, because I'm planning on streaming till 10. Slightly frustrated that leveling took a little bit longer than I hoped. Because at one point we were doing really well. Good news is I tend to find of every set of 10 levels, if that makes sense, the first 5 levels are much quicker than the second 5 levels, so we can very easily get to level 15 next time, and then actually going from level 15 to about 25 is really quick and easy because of dungeons. So yeah, but we can do this, and we're going to get given some ramhorn claws, and then I'm going to get a choice of a jacket. We don't need the head stuff. Better gloves, but I need to be level 11 to wear the gloves. I've got the same boots, so I'll probably take the jacket. We shall see. There you are, Ninley. I've seen you been training hard as ever. Your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations, today I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild along the merchant strip. I want you to deal each a solid boot shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. Okay. He's making me do 5 things again. I had to go and get 5 piles of gil. And now apparently I have to attack 5 striking dummies. Oh, awesome. I've also got a move called leg sweep. I don't know what that is. I like the way he also calls it a boot shine combo, but literally I'm just using boot shine. I'm going to look at what this new one is. Leg sweep. I'm assuming it's going to be stuns target. Yes, that's my stun. Which means that's going there, because that's where my stuns live. That's where I put them for all of my tanks, so if it's there, then I'm not going to get confused. Oh. Help if I press the right buttons. So we're attacking these mannequins, and then we're going to do whatever he gives us to do next. Quite why he needed me to go and do that is beyond me. It appears to just be checking that I know how to punch something, which I would hope I would at this point in the game. After an hour and a half with Pugilist, I would hope I would know how to punch something. Taught me that combinations make a Pugilist. What you need to know next is not that any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in Pugilist arsenal. It goes like this. Boot shine, true strike, snap punch. This is the one that we've already been talking about. It's going to get me a heightened state of awareness called Grease Lightning. In this state, with Pugilist can unleash more combinations more swiftly. Need some opponents to practice on. The kick in that infest the rat's nests in central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with snap punch 3 times and we'll call it a lesson well learned. So I basically just need to do 3 combos on some kickerns. Or kickerin. I never quite know how to pronounce that. Q-I-Q-I-R-N, I think. Is that how we spell it? Yes, kickerin. And it says we have to go to central Thanalan. So let's go to the Gate of Nald. See where it is we're going. You should be able to see. I don't know if you can see up here on my minimap. I'm going to show you quickly. If you can see this arrow. You see it's taking me to the quest. So it's just marked, so I can just follow the quest marker. I don't need to work out where I'm going too much. So we go over the river. Now follow this quest marker to get to wherever these Kikarin shell sweepers are. Here and around to the left from the looks of it. I'm assuming I'm going to have to kill them as well. I can't just be like needing to give them one move. That would seem a bit silly to me. And snap punch. Boom. Oh, don't. Ah. Why did that samurai just kill them? I need these, please. Can we get these ones before he can get there? Oh shit, there are lots of them. Okay. Maybe I've taken on too many. Okay. Oh. Let's do one more, I think. Pop this heal that I've got. There we go, cool. We're done, we're done, we're done. We can run away. Just kill one of these. There we go. Now I'm oh, shit. So, lesson. Low-level character. Let's not run into the middle of a big mob and hope that it's going to go okay. But we got the 3 that we needed. So now we can go back to the city, which is all dark. Speak to Hammond at the Pugilist Guild. There we go. So I'm just going to teleport back to there from where it's taking me to after I died. So I've died twice today. Within my first 10 levels. Eek. I'm also not used to being a DPS and having... So the role I play tank has very high defense capabilities. So I'm not used to being quite this easy to squish. Normally I would have had a little bit more time than that before I died. I was like, sis, this is the Crystarium. Yep, I died, and that's where my return is set up to at the moment. It's set up to Crystarium. So... Because, you know, Shadowbringers reasons. But we've done another job quest. And we're going to keep playing until 10, so we might get a little bit more leveled up as well. You've already experienced Grease Lightning. Ninley, you're a natural at it just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm under Grease Lightning. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except... Oh, here comes Chuchuto. I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Last time I was a pawn shop for regaling us with tales, but these never amount to demonstration. His favourite is victory over the fearsome marauder Wide Axe. He felled with combinations so swift and seamless, they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. That one never gets old. Even if I don't keep on my toes, you'll like to surpass me in a matter of moons. I mean, hopefully not even a matter of moons. Well, we're just talking hours, but... So, Chuchuto's best friend has disappeared. Join the guild at the same time as Chuchuto. Called Rurukuta. Keep up the good work, is what he's asked me to do. Okay, I'm just going to nod. There we go. I'm going to take the jacket. Seems like the most sensible thing for me to have. There we go. And I should also have now, because we're level 10, the hunting log I was doing. Yep, I've got more. Horizon's Edge, the Clutch, Black Brush, the 80 Sins of Sazamo, the Footfalls, Sandgate, so loads more points that I can get to help me get to level 15, which is going to be our next milestone. So I'm going to go out to Horizon to get to Horizon's Edge. We're going to do this until 10. And then Sonic, I'm happy to show you my White Mage hotbar, as you asked. We'll kind of wrap up the form with it, and then I'm happy to help you with that. So, looks like I need to find bombs somewhere around. Oh, I know where the bombs are. Thank you kindly. You're very welcome. The bombs are at Copperbell Mines. I know exactly where the bombs are. So we don't have to wander around looking for them. It'd be interesting to see how far we can get in the next 6 minutes towards level 15. As I say, we should be. We're back in the first 5 levels of 10. Set of 10, so... it should go a little bit more swiftly again, I often find. It's one of 4 of those we need to get. We get 1,000 points just by killing them, and then bonus points for the hunting log. It's number 3. zooming. I need to find one more. There's one over here. Oh, it looks like look like Mummy Bomb and Baby Bomb. Super cute. The super cuteness of Mummy Bomb and Baby Bomb. Oh, they've got like spikes on them now, the things I'm using. They're a lot more lethal looking than they did before. They looked before. No, not that one. This one. That's in the clutch. It's in black brush. So those are both central still. Anything else in central? No. No. So we can do these things in central. And then we might still have time to just pop out to another area. So one was in the clutch and one was in black brush. So they're both going to be more to the south of... Are we... 1 minute. We're not even in central though, are we? No, we're not in central. We are in western Thanalan. Let's remember where we are is going to help. Central. 80 Sins of Sazamo is a giant tortoise. Stuff in the footfalls. I know where the footfalls is. Right, okay, so we're going to go get the giant... Let's go get the stuff in the footfalls first, actually, because we're right by it. And then we'll finish with going to get the things in 80 Sins of Sazamo. Then I think I'm going to call it. And just sort the hotbars with you. Sonic. Just heading to an area called the Footfalls. So there should be some stuff for our log around here. According to the log that I looked at. Over here. I know there is going to be something in the other... There's a second part of the Footfalls. I know there's going to be some stuff over there. Buzzards, which are squishing very quickly. This is what I do like about being DPS, is like killing stuff so quickly. Not something I'm used to. Hello, welcome to whoever's joined. We're just finishing doing a little bit of leveling now. So we picked up Pugilist today. I've explained some stuff about the UI. We've kind of explained some stuff about hotbars and things, and the combo that I'm using is Pugilist. We started with just one move back at level 1. We now have 5 moves. There's one hiding up there. So yeah. My next quest for my Pugilist is going to be at level 15. So I'm just getting it up to level 15. If you were playing the game as a beginner, you would have what we call MSQ, or main scenario quests as well. So you would have lots of quests between level 10 and level 15, which is where we're at the moment, and you wouldn't need to come and do something a bit more grindy, like I'm doing. You don't need to do that for your additional jobs, really. Oh, I didn't need another thick shell. I think I said I was done. Okay, I'm going to see what else I need in this area from the hunting log. Scaphite. To find Scaphite. And Bloated Bogey. Bloated Bogey, I know where that is. So that was not a problem in the slightest. Scaphite, I don't know. Yep, here we go. I was going to say I was assuming it's somewhere around here. I'm guessing I just need another 2. So I think it looks like we're going to get to level 11. We shall see in a moment. I'm just going to take down the Scaphite using our punch combo. Here we go. scaffold on, so that's going to get me a big piece of bonus XP, hopefully. Okay, that got me 5,000 bonus XP, so there we go, leveled up. I've got some slightly better armour I can have on now, so that's good to know. We're going to get the bogey, and then I said we were going to finish with the tortoise that we need to do as well. The bogeys, I know exactly where they are. I'm going to stay away from that level 50 Brutish Imp. That's not going to end very well as a level 11. I don't know what it's doing there. Here we go. Here are our bladed bogeys. Ooh, which are level 20. I am level 11. Here we go. This might be ambitious. Or it might not be. I guess we'll find out. I mean, Hit's health is looking worse than my health, is the good news. I've done a lot more damage to it than it's done to me, so maybe I can get this bladed bogey done. And I assume, because this is a level 20 thing from my hunting log, I'm going to get really good XP from this. Okay, that's that one dealt with. I'm just going to let my health regenerate. See my HP going up and up. I was going to say as well to whoever's joined us, if you did want to kind of to catch up on what you missed, absolutely can. This will be on my channel afterwards if you want to watch it on demand. Ooh, done a lot of damage very quickly to me. So yeah, you can catch up on all the stuff. It's kind of what we've been up to in this very beginner session. Next Sunday I'm planning we should manage to make it to the first dungeon next Sunday, so things are going to start getting a little bit more complicated, and we're going to kind of start to see the fun bit, which is actually playing with other people. Yeah, unsurprisingly, is the fun bit of a multiplayer game. Oh, there we go, it's everything we need for the bladed bogey. So now finally, we just need to come and get this tortoise. So we're going to ride all the way back to Uldar to get the tortoise. As I certainly know, it was just outside the city gate. So I'm just going to ride back on my chocobo. Which again, you wouldn't have a chocobo at this level yet. I think you get your chocobo around level 15, might be when you get your first chocobo. Something like that. Maybe a little bit later, 18 maybe. It's kind of around that kind of area. But because I already have level 80 characters, I already have all these things, so definitely going to take advantage of the ability to just go more quickly. Here we go. We're nearly there. Nearly all the way back. Going here to the something of Sazamo. Sins of Sazamo? Is that what it's called? I'm going to go over this bridge. There we go. You're nearly there. You can see the city. I mean, it's nice. Silhouetted against the night sky. This is what we need. Giant tortoise. You see the special logo going above its head again, so that tells me it's in my hunting log. Oh, I don't know how I managed to turn the map on. It disappeared again. That was one of 4. So we need to find some more of them. Because I don't really want to stand around and wait for that one to respawn. Oh, there's another one. Oh, our opponent's gone. She's done a half hour and he's off. Right then, another 2. I wonder if the one down here might have respawned by now. I think there was one over to the left. From memory. This one has not respawned yet. Nor has my sprint cooled down yet. It'd be nice to be able to sprint again. There we go, sprint. I'm sure there's one of these turtles or tortoises, whichever it was, around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Knew it. Knew it. Oh, that one's level 17 though. Let's go get an easier one. I mean, certainly by now it should have respawned, the one back around here. I've taken chuffing long enough. Some giant tortoise action. Right, not there. Oh, this is annoying. Why have they sent me to kill so many of something there's so little of? Also trying to work out, has it respawned? It must have already respawned, because the one up here is respawned. Someone else must have killed it. Oh well. Let's get this one first. I'm squishing them quite quickly. It does make me wonder. Level 12, I can try the level 12. But he's 6 levels above me, so that seems a little... something I don't normally try. 6 levels is quite a big jump. There's another one. There we go. So, final one. And rough. I'm just going to stun it as well, just for the sake of it, because I can. I'm going to heal myself because I can, just for the sake of it. Got it, flaunt it. Boom. It's another 4,500 XP. So as you can see, we're like now like halfway to level 12. So that is going to be, I'm going to mend my gear while I'm here. About it for our stuff for beginners today. But as you can see, we've got all the way to nearly level 12 in just... I'm going to repair the rest of my gear while I'm doing this. In just about 2 hours. So, you know, we're moving pretty swiftly. It would take you a bit longer as a beginner. You'd have more questy stuff to do, and I've got various XP boosts turned on, which are helping me. You wouldn't have those, so it would take you a bit longer, but you know it's not going to take you a huge amount of time to get to level 15, which is where the first online dungeons start. So that's what we're going to get to next week, next Sunday. If you have missed any of it, you can catch it all on demand after this. I would also like to give a shout out for my Discord. If you've not joined my Discord, do please come along and join. Lovely to chat to you all in there. And I've also got, for those who haven't seen, I'm doing single player games as well on stream. I've just finished Bayonetta 2 yesterday, so I've got a poll up in there. You can vote for what I'm going to play next, starting on Tuesday. And Tuesday is when I will be back streaming, because tomorrow's my streaming day off. So thank you so much, and if you want to stay on Sonic, I will happily show you my White Mage hotbars. That's what we're going to go to do now. So I'm going to come out on my pugilist. I'm just going to check that I've saved this gear set. There we go, cool. Because I want it to be here and ready. I probably am going to quickly just chuck these out of my armory chest. I'm going to run out of space before you know it. Pretty well on armory chest space at the moment though, which is good. So, I shall jump over for you to White Mage. So here you go. So on the right hotbar, Phase stuff on the right hotbar is the main cures that I've got. So Cure 2 and Cure 3. And Tetragrammaton there, as obviously that's just a free cure that comes in. Then across from that I've got AoE heals. So I've got Medica and Medica 2 there together. And I've got Regen and Asuna. Yes, so this is like the proper, like, this is the bulk of like the standard cures and abilities that are all set on this R2 hotbar. Over on L2, there's all of the Lily stuff. So you can see Afflatus Solace, Afflatus Rapture, and Afflatus Misery are all there. Plenary Indulgence is there. And then I've got Benediction, Divine Benison, Asylum Assize. I don't think I've got anything. Oh, the stuff I have up on my secondary left hotbar is literally the stuff that Ruben actually doesn't have on his, and I just chuck it all somewhere. I just wanted to have access to it, so I just stuck it there. So those are the I don't really use any of those. But my secondary right, for the directional buttons on my secondary right hotbar, Swiftcast Raise, Thin Air and Lucid Dreaming, so basically everything about MP management and my raise is there. And those four are effectively the same for any healer, so they should always be in the same place. And then I've got Holy, Dear, Glare, and Temperance. So I've got most of my main attacks are there. Does that make sense? Is that helpful enough as an explanation of the hotbars? And if I hold it like this, you can literally see every ability pretty much all at the same time. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Good. I'm glad it helped. Yeah, so sorry, I think someone's just joined as well. Apologies, we literally just caught the very end of it. If you want to catch up, it's going to be on my channel, so you'll be able to watch on demand. Be great for people to like. If you don't like and follow, you know, that'd be brilliant. And as I said, if you want to come and join the Discord, that's also great. I'll be back with more Final Fantasy 14 for beginners a week today. At 8 PM BST, so we're going to do that one in this Sunday slot every week. We're going to continue leveling up the Pugilist, which is what we've been working on today, and gradually talking about things. There we go, we made it to a level 11 all the way from level 1, so we'll do that. Next time I'm back streaming is on Tuesday. I will be streaming Final Fantasy 14 on Tuesday evening, so higher level stuff, so do come along. Be great to see you all. Thank you so much for joining and for chatting along with me, and I will catch you soon, hopefully. That's the wrong mouse for me to end my stream. Great, everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.